So far we've learned how to read a file, but what if we want to actually create a file or create a directory in Xamarin? Well, let's try that. Let's open up our storyboard and drop in another button. And of course we will call this create item and give it a name, create button. I'll just expand it a little. Okay, double click it to create the event and drop it in wherever you like inside of View Controller. Now inside of here, the first thing we have to do is grab our Documents folder, because if you recall, I said if you're going to create a file, always store it in Documents, Library or Temp. Do not try to store it inside of your apps folder. So let's have var documents is equal to, and there's a special way of retrieving this folder, and this comes under environment dot get folder path, and you'll notice it's got the environment dot special folder argument. So let's give it exactly what it wants, environment dot special folder, and if I scroll through we can go to admin tools, CD burning, common music, etc, etc. We don't want any of those, we just want environment.specialfolder.my documents. There it is. And now we have a link to it. Let's create the file name of the file we're going to create. Var file name is equal to, and let's use path dot combine documents and the name of our file. Let's have new story.txt. So if you recall in earlier lectures I said always use path combine, because in iOS the / is expected for file path separators, whereas on other platforms the / is what's expected. So path.combine takes care of the correct formatting for us. That just makes your code a bit more portable. Now we have the file name. All we have to do is write all text. File.writeAllText, and this creates a new file, writes the specified string, and then closes the file. If the file already exists, it is overwritten. Just be aware of that. Write all text, and let's have our file name and some contents. Well, this course is still awesome. Let's run this, and when we click the create button, our text file will be created. Then once we've done that, so I'll just click it, I'm then going to navigate to the file structure of this simulator so we can see what this looks like. Let's find where it is. So open up a new file browser. So hit go. Let's go to folder. Let's have /users /your username /library /developer. And here we have all of our simulators stored in, I believe, core simulator. Hit devices, and we have every device imaginable under the sun. So how do we know which is ours? Well, we could probably click by date modified. I'm going to assume this top one is ours, but there are two. So let's come across to Xamarin, open the app output, and we have a loaded assembly in the simulator that starts with D7B. So that is actually the top one. So let's open up our data folder. And we have a lot of things in here. Let's have containers. we have data, we have application, and I believe we might want to get this one that was modified at 1542. If we open it, go to Documents, we have new story.txt, which has the text that we've put inside it. So here you can see our data is stored inside of a Documents folder. Okay, let's stop that running. Now let's mix it up a little bit. Let's create a directory as well as this file. So we already have My Documents special folder. We have our file name. So let's create one that puts in a directory name. Var directory name is equal to the path dot combine. Let's have documents, and then we need a directory name. So let's call this stories. Then we don't use the file class, we use the directory class to actually create directories. Create directory, pass it in the directory name. So if I hit play now, this will get uploaded and create a directory for stories, as well as new story.txt outside of that directory. So create, and let's see if this has been modified here. And there we have a stories directory with nothing inside it. Right, your final tip for this little lecture is that a lot of the system input-output in .NET will actually take care of directory creation and file creation for you. So some of this might be a bit redundant, but in other cases you might have to manually create it.